Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to show you a prototype of the Golden Designworks Slim. This is a new model from Blaze over at Golden Designworks, and he asked if I want to check it out, and I said, hails to the yeah, I do. Best Tech OEM on this, and just look at the specs, and I'm pretty excited because I think, I think it's a little bit smaller. The caliber was really cool. I really enjoyed it, but it was a little bit big for my taste. This is more my size, and he actually has left-handed versions available for pre-order on his website. So I noticed the pre-order price is $319. And you're talking about Best Tech OEM. You're talking about titanium here. It is a frame lock with button. And I believe it is Magna Cut blade steel. So that's pretty sweet. Comes in, at least the lefty version, comes in smoke or slate finish. This is the smoke sage and a stonewash blade. So you have smoke handles, sage colors on the accents, and then you have a stonewash finish on the blade. Really nice blade there. It's definitely got a what would you call it? Sway back look, which is cool. Just trying to find if there's any differences here. Oh, so the right-handed one started at $299. The lefty started $319. Damn. That's sick. You can also get it hand rubbed. Okay, so here's all the specifications. See if it gives us the, there you go. Magna Cut 61 to 63. Really cool. So let us check it out. The ergos are good, solid. I can choke up. You have a little bit of jimping that runs here, that really tight space jimping, Golden Design style. They're really the only ones who do that. Really comfortable in hand. I like the Warney blade, obviously. I love the hole shape, and I am a big fan of these studs. Normally, I don't like these different shaped studs, but these really have a good feel to them. And the detent is nice and crisp. Maybe I'm on the lock bar. Let's get, yeah, it's still nice and stout. Even if I'm off that lock bar, you have the front flipper with the same style jimping. It is good. I do wish the jimping was a little bit more maybe spread out or aggressive or something. Or maybe it's just the way that the tab is kind of aligned with everything. It works fine, but it's not the most intuitive front flipper for me. You can get it from behind like that, doing the reach around, but I'm getting hit with it there. So let's see if there's a way to get out of the way here if I do it like right-handed or something. Yeah, you can get it. I'm sure if I had a lefty one or I spent days with it, I just unboxed it, then I would get it. You do have hole for deployment as well, so you can flick it that way, and then you have that button to disengage it. Now, Blaze is one of the first people to use this locking mechanism. Well, technically the lock is a frame lock, so obviously he's not one of the first to do that, but he's one of the first to add a button to it. Basically, it's him. And then Tri-State and Blade Binge did it on their model, also Best Tech OEM. And then I think Real Steel has a model as well with it on there. You can see there's something going on that button. I think maybe it just got scratched up. This is obviously a prototype, so bear with that. Also bear with my fingernails there. Here's a close-up look at the handle. Blaze always has super cool milling on his knives. Very detailed designer. Nicely milled. I mean, this thing weighs nothing. Look at those studs. Very cool. I don't even know what you would call that shape. I love an indented pivot because you can kind of get your finger in there as a indexing point. That stonewash looks really good too. Wow, this is nice, dude. I like this a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of a sway back, but I mean, would it be classified as a sway back? It's pretty straight. I can't remember if a sway back does anything where it swoops in a little bit, but it definitely has that look to it with the handle, right? Man, it's a clean design. Very clean. Nice forward finger choil, you know, I love that. I really don't need anything else to pre-order right now. I just ordered a TW Price Dawn V3 lefty, but this is kind of hard to pass up as a lefty, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he's got lefties. You know, I will say, though, I actually struggle with left-handed frame locks like this because it's got a smaller handle, thinner handle, and then the frame lock takes up about half of it. And I'm so used to right-handed knives that I put my fingers all over, right? Put my fingers all over the front and I grip to do like a thumb flick. But if I do that here, I feel like, oh, I guess I can still get it. But yeah, sometimes I have that issue left-handed where I bind it up. So I almost need like a bolster lock left-handed too. Very cool. See, there's a marking under the blade there. It says MAG for Magna Cut, obviously. Super sweet knife, dude. And there we go. Maybe I just had to get the angle right on it. It does actually bite pretty good, that jimping. So I think I take that back. I think that front flipper is just fine. This blade, man, pretty thin stock, and then I mean, you just have a full flat grind. Beautiful. We should measure behind the edge thickness on this guy. I did it on the previous knife that I was checking out, so might as well do it again here. See if we can get this. Edge bevel's a little bit thinner on this one than the last knife I did it on. $13.5. 14 thousandths behind the edge at the center here, and that's with a full flat grind. So this is going to be an absolute monster when it comes to slicing. And you have that forward finger choil, so you have super control of this blade. You have a low tip, which obviously I love. Easy utility cutting, really comfortable in the hand. It's obviously going to be comfortable in reverse grips as well. Reverse draw cut, I think you would call this. Talon grip, it's very comfortable because of the way that handle is designed. Very comfortable in this grip. It's comfortable in any grip. Yeah. I mean, draw cuts. Not that I'm an expert on those. Oh, I always forget. You can just unlock it with the frame lock too. You know, I never thought about this, but somebody who absolutely hates button locks and they're like, oh, I just can't have this. I wonder, you could probably just unscrew that button and you could just unscrew that and then you just wouldn't have that button there. And it would still work as a frame lock. Honestly, I think it's connected to the frame lock via, I don't know if it's a tab. You might be able to just take the knife apart and remove the whole tab. No, it's part of the lock bar insert, so you can't do that. But I wonder, that'd be an interesting concept if he made a separate button that match the color of the frame or something, and then you could swap the button out and put it in, and it would be flush. So like, let's say it sat like here closed, and then when the knife is open, it sat flush with the frame or something. So you wouldn't actually be able to push it or anything. Because some people complain about that. They're like, I don't need a button there, or I always have problems with button locks. I can disengage them and stuff while I'm using them. You know, that would kind of solve that for those people, and they could still use it as just a frame lock. Because I'll be honest, this knife as a frame lock is fantastic. It's so cool having this lock because you can, I mean, that's one of the things sometimes I miss when I use a button lock. As much fun as this is, sometimes you want to get that nail drop, right? You want to get that shake. You can do both with this, and that's super cool. Man, I almost want to feel a left-handed one before just straight buying it, because I'm a little worried with how thin it is that I'm going to just bind it up with putting my fingers all over that lock bar, because that's just what I do with left-handed knives, because I'm an idiot. God, this is nice, dude. What is that? Oh, that's cool. I wonder if he would mind if I took that off. Let me just show you something. It looks really cool. Let's see if this will get in there easy. Yeah, it's easy. Check this out. Look at that. So, why do I think that's cool? You'll see in a second. So that's just cool that it has that. That's the way they seat these in. But the cool thing to me is when you have it together, that is a screw, right? Yeah, okay, it's a screw. I was like, wait, what? So when you have it together, you have that little piece of steel in the middle. Look at that. It just looks cool. See that right there in the center? Ah, man, what a cool touch. Oops. My bad. Come on now. Sorry, I showed you all my packages here. Jesus, I need to get through these. But yeah, this is available now on Golden Designworks website. And it starts at $299, guys, in right-handed configuration. $319 in lefty. And it's absolutely sick. Like I said, my only concern is my own problem, where I put my fingers all over lock bars being left-handed. That's not the knife's fault. That's me. And I still want one too. So I think I'll be picking one up. The size is perfect. Let's check out the clip. Yeah, the clip looks good. I mean, I don't see that being an issue, but we'll try it real quick. I got thick pants on. Slides over. Nice and deep carry as well. Very nice. One other thing I noticed is you see the notch right here. Not only did they do the notch, which is cool on the outside here, but it goes all the way around. Look at that. And then the blade sits in the notch, which it's perfectly centered. Just a beautiful, beautiful handle. So what are the other options? Let's see what the other options are while we're here. So smoke and slate. I want to see what slate looks like. Okay, so slate is a bead blast, but it's like, or a glass blast, I think, which does look cool. I just really like this. So smoke, dark gray DLC finish. What? This is DLC? No way. Is it real DLC or what Best Tech calls DLC? I'd be curious on all that. And then slate is nude glass blasted finish. Man, that looks sick too. I do like a good glass blast. So then you have that teal color, sage, or you have sky, which is the blue color. And then you have hand rubbed or stone wash. So I would probably go hand rubbed. I feel like you also have a better chance of having nicer jimping with a hand rub finish. Stonewash, I'm not sure. I doubt they tumble it after, but you never know. So let's go back to the Lefty. Here's the Lefty. Oh, and then they also have the limited version. Obviously, it's only right-handed. From $339? Oh, okay. I was going to say. Magna Cut hand rubbed is $339. That's a great price, dude. $489 with Damasteel? That's pretty sick. That's an expensive one for him to have made. I'll tell you that. Good for him. So I would go hand rubbed. Man, I'm really going back and forth here on this. I feel like the blade finishes look a little cooler with the smoke. I do like blue, guys, but this teal is really nice. Shit, I can't decide. Yeah, we'll have to see. But I'm definitely going to pick one out. I really like this thing. So, anyway, I will link it down below. Shout out to Blaze. Really appreciate him sending this my way. Thank you, dude. And you got a great design here. I have minimal... I don't even have nitpicks. I mean, what do you... Look at the plunge grind. Look how far back that is. That's insane. And then you have that full height flat grind. That's crazy. This thing is bonkers, guys. Can I... Ugh. What am I holding? What am I hitting there? There. I must have been hitting that lock bar. That's what I'm saying. I suck at that. Internal relief cut is nice. So, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Internal stop pin. Sick-ass design. Yeah, I first saw it, and I saw, there was like a tagline I think he put in there. He said, everything you love about the caliber, but with, I don't know, sheep's foot blade or whatever, warning blade shape or different blade shape. So I just assumed it was huge. And then right before this video, I was like, I should look up the specs. And I saw that it said 7.61 inches, I think, overall. What am I carrying? I have a stout. Actually, I have a Best Tech made left-handed knife here. So it's a stout V2, which comes in at 7.6, I think, inches. Yeah, and he said this one's 7.61, I believe. I'll double check that real quick. Yep, 7.61, 2.8 ounces. Because of how thin this is, and then that full flat, man, that is sick, dude. Yeah. Yep. All right, I'm going to shut up. I absolutely love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I will catch you later.